What if I told you that the secret to building a million-dollar investment portfolio was lazy? What if the smartest, most effective strategy didn't involve picking stocks, watching the news, or trying to outsmart Wall Street? It sounds too good to be true, but it's not. Today, I'm going to reveal a simple, powerful portfolio made of just 3 ETFs. This is the exact strategy that has the potential to grow to over $1 million, and it's so simple you can set it up once and let it run for decades. This is how you build serious wealth the smart way. Let's break it down. So why only 3 funds? Why not hundreds of stocks? The answer is the core principle of smart investing: diversification. You never want to bet your future on a single company, or even a single country. The goal is to own a tiny piece of everything. This strategy, famously championed by Vanguard founder John Bogle, is known as the 3-fund portfolio. It's a cornerstone of the Boglehead investing philosophy, trusted by millions of investors for its simplicity and effectiveness. It's designed to give you maximum diversification across the entire global economy at the lowest possible cost. It is the ultimate set-it-and-forget-it strategy. So what are the 3 funds? Let's start with the engine of your portfolio. Fund number 1 is a total U.S. stock market ETF. A perfect example of this is VTI. When you buy 1 share of VTI, you instantly own a small piece of over 3,000 American companies. You own Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Google. But you also own thousands of smaller, up-and-coming companies you've never even heard of. This single fund captures the growth of the entire U.S. economy. It's the foundation of your wealth-building machine. This is your bet on American innovation and capitalism. But we never want to bet on just one country, no matter how strong its economy is. That brings us to fund number 2, a total international stock market ETF. A great choice here is VXUS. This fund is your passport to the rest of the world's economy. With VXUS, you own thousands of companies across developed and emerging markets. You own Nestle in Switzerland, Toyota in Japan, and Samsung in South Korea. Combining VTI and VXUS means you own a piece of nearly every publicly traded company on the planet. That is true, bulletproof diversification. It protects you if one country's economy struggles while another one booms. Now for the third and final piece, this is the stabilizer for your portfolio. Fund number 3 is a total U.S. bond market ETF, like BND. Think of stocks as your offense, the part of your portfolio that scores points and drives growth. Bonds are your defense. They are essentially loans to the government and stable corporations. They are much less volatile than stocks. When the stock market has a bad year and goes down, bonds are often stable, or can even go up. This smooths out the ride, reduces your overall risk, and helps you sleep at night during market downturns. It's the anchor that keeps your ship steady in a storm. That's it. VTI for U.S. growth, VXUS for global growth, and BND for stability. Your entire, globally diversified, world-class portfolio in just 3 funds. Okay, so you have the ingredients. How do you mix them together? This is called your asset allocation. A simple and effective allocation for a young investor with a long-time horizon is 90% in stocks and 10% in bonds. Let's make that even simpler. Imagine you have $100 to invest today. Here's how you would split it up using this model. You would put $60 into VTI, your U.S. stock fund. You would put $30 into VXUS, your international stock fund. And you would put the last $10 into BND, your bond fund. That's it. 60, 30, 10. Every time you invest more money, you just keep buying in those same proportions to keep your portfolio balanced. Your brokerage will even let you automate this. Now, one important concept here is called rebalancing. Once a year, you'll want to check your portfolio. Maybe your stocks had a great year and now make up 95% of your portfolio. Rebalancing simply means you'd sell a few of your winners, the stocks, and buy more of the underperformer, the bonds, to get back to your 90-10 target. This forces you to automatically buy low and sell high without any emotion. It's a simple discipline that pays off hugely over time. Now for the most important part. How does this simple plan turn into $1 million? This is where the magic of compounding, which we talked about in our last video, meets a consistent plan. Let's look at the numbers. The historical average return of a diversified stock portfolio is around 8 to 10% per year over the long run. Let's use 8% to be a bit conservative. If you invest just $500 a month into this 3-fund portfolio, and you do it consistently for 35 years, assuming that historical 8% average return, your portfolio will grow to over $1 million. Let me repeat that. $500 a month, 3 simple funds, and time. That's the recipe. But what if you can push it a bit harder? Let's say you invest $800 a month instead. In that same 35-year period, you wouldn't just have $1 million. You'd have over $1.7 million. A small increase in your savings rate leads to a massive difference in the final outcome. You can play with the numbers yourself using a compound interest calculator online. What if you invest more? You'll get there faster. What if you start with a lump sum? You'll get there even faster. The key isn't being a genius. The key is starting now and being consistent. This strategy works because it removes the 2 biggest enemies of the average investor: fees and emotions. Let's talk about fees for a second. Fees are a silent portfolio killer. Many fancy mutual funds charge 1% or more. That sounds small, right? But a 1% fee can eat up nearly a third of your potential returns over your lifetime due to compounding working against you. These ETFs have fees that are practically zero, often as low as 0.03%. This means all of your money stays in your pocket working for you. Now let's talk about the other enemy, emotion. Emotion makes us buy high during a craze because of FOMO, the fear of missing out. And it makes us panic and sell low when the market crashes. This strategy prevents that. You're not buying individual stocks. You're buying the whole market. You have a simple automated plan, which is the ultimate antidote to emotional decision-making. You don't have to stress about picking the right stock. You're not trying to find the needle in the haystack. You're buying the whole haystack. This is the most proven stress-free path to building life-changing wealth. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a get-rich-for-sure plan if you just stick with it. You now have the blueprint. A simple 3 ETF portfolio that covers the entire global market. If this video helped demystify how to build a real investment portfolio, do me a favor and hit that like button. It tells YouTube that we're making good content. And be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Now, I have a question for you. What's the #1 ETF you plan on buying for your portfolio? Let me know in the comments below. I'm always curious to see what you're investing in. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.